This is Sports Drive.
Welcome back into Sports Drive. I am your host, Zach Woodard. Like I said at the beginning of the show, we have sports right around the corner. We are just days away from school kind of getting back into the rhythm, and teams, the fall sports, their season's getting started in less than a month, even quicker for tennis getting started already, and then, of course, volleyball, football right around the corner. So that is what we're going to be talking about today. One of the teams we have very close to our station here. We get to go out to a lot of their games with Amarillo's Highland Park right around the corner. So joining us via Zoom is the head coach of the Lady Hornets volleyball team, Coach Matt Taylor. Coach, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Excited to sit down and chat about, I call it the calm before the storm, just kind of the easy part is out of the way with summer, and now things are already kind of ramping back up. But, before we get to that, summertime is a time for the kids to kind of get away from the game and, take a little bit of a break, and then also for coaches as well. I mean, have you had any chances to, set sports aside for just a little bit and enjoy the summertime yourself?
I've had a little bit of time to spend, with my kids and my wife. We go out of town on little mini vacations in the summers a lot. So we've been to Dallas, we've been to Kansas City, Arlington to catch a couple of Ranger games and stuff like that. But I'm getting ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine it too, and it's kind of an around-the-clock thing. You get started in the fall, and you're helping out with so many other sports, and then coaching to the very end of the year. So it's just a 24/7 kind of job. But like you mentioned too, just being able to get away. I mean, how important is that as a coach to be able to just take your mind off of things and come back to it with a fresh set of eyes and a little bit more relaxed than when you were when the seasons got over?
It's very important. Family time for me is big, and I love spending as much time with my wife and kids that I can in the spring and in the summer, because all the coaches know that once your season starts, you're kind of away from them for an extended period of time.
Yeah, I mean, and that certainly is getting ready to happen here in just a few weeks before you guys kick off your season. But before we get to that, I kind of want to talk a little bit about last year, and the year you were able to have, a special group of girls that you had on your team. Just kind of talk to me a little bit about, what went into the key factors of having another successful season for the Lady Hornets.
Well, last year, that was a special group for me because I spent a small stint on the boys' side, and when I came back to the girls' side, that was the 7th grade class that I started with. So I got to do middle school for 2 years with them, and then when they moved to high school, I moved into the head role. So that was just a special group, and they kind of knew me coming into high school and my expectations and stuff. So that built into the success that we've had over the last couple of years. And there was a lot of them, though. I think we graduated 7 or 8 seniors, so a big class for us.
Yeah, and some of those girls, you look back a few years, they've been on the varsity level all 4 years that they were there in high school, and, got to go to the regional finals and experience success at a very, very high level. What kind of legacy do you think they were able to leave on that program that the returning girls just kind of passing the torch and get to carry on moving forward?
A huge legacy. They went into their senior season of leaving their legacy. They wanted to go out with a bang and set that bar high for those groups following them.
Yeah, I mean, and they definitely, the bar is set high, and you look at some of the success and the recognition that some of the girls got last year. The TGCA All-State came out. You had 2 of them with Tessica and Bria on that list. Just, when you look at when they came in as freshmen and just the steps that they were able to take, I mean, how did you see them just continually improve year after year, and then their senior season just kind of go out with the bang that they did?
They love the game, and they love showing up to practice every day, and they love the routine of the pregame and getting in the game and turning it on and getting in the zone. And it was just all love for the game for those 2.
I mean, and you said it yourself, too. The legacy that they leave on is some big shoes to fill, not only for them, too, but the rest of that senior class. And, the offseason's kind of the time for that, where you see new leaders and new voices kind of emerge. How have you seen, girls kind of step up into those roles and, fill those shoes as best as they can before the season gets started?
That's been huge. Spring, graduating that many girls at a small school like we are, it hurts. But we've got a bunch of good classes coming through, and they're eager to get their chance and step up and be leaders and be vocal and lead in the ways that they know how to lead. So even though we might be a little younger than we have been the last couple of years, these girls are ready to go. They're eager to get out there and fight.
I mean, and how did you see, that senior class, just a lot of them having so much leadership and so much knowledge about the game, just, pour into those girls during the time that they were there. So, they're just kind of like mini coaches on that floor for you. So when they leave, they kind of have an understanding from the girls that came before them.
They do, and that's kind of what they shown as they were leaving. They were showing these younger classes how to lead. So that was a big step for us this last year.
Yeah, I mean, and what were some of those, conversations like of, skills or things to work on during the off season to kind of, help sharpen their game? What was those conversations of, attack this off season with this in mind, so when you come back, you're an even better player than when you left?
Really, just we need to hit the weight room. We need to get stronger and work on our plyos and agility and get a little quicker. And the game will take care of itself. If we're in shape and we're ready to go, the game will take care of itself.
I mean, and you guys had a successful season last year, and then, like I mentioned too, with the senior group that you had, the trip to the regional finals and being able to get multiple rounds in the playoffs. You do it again. I mean, when you kind of measure success of a season, what instead of wins and losses? Some coaches just put that to the side and just look at the growth of their players. I mean, when you look back at what makes a successful season, what are those things you look for as kind of those accolades to hit?
For me personally, it's, where we started compared to where we are. And obviously, we want to be better than last year. Last year, we went 2 rounds in, and we had our chance against Forsan in the area round. That sets the goal up for this year is, hey, we're going to be better than last year, and we're going to go at least 3 rounds.
I love it. I mean, and you definitely have the players to do it. Like you said, a lot of these girls just kind of, even if they weren't in the limelight last year, just learning from veterans and girls that know what they're doing on the floor last year and kind of take over their role and become their own team. I mean, is there conversations of that with them now of, don't try and be the girls that came before you, be the best version of yourself?
Yeah, that's what we talk about in the spring is, these girls have sisters that have been a part of those last couple of teams. But I don't want them to be their sister. I want them to be the best version of themselves that they can be. And when they're that best version of themselves, that's going to make the team better.
It certainly does. And one thing that you guys seem to do year after year is you get out to a hot start, whether it's tournament play, whether it's non-conference play, just being able to face some tough teams and, rack up some early wins. How important is that for this upcoming group to, get out, have a quick, fast start and start to get their confidence up after they see win after win?
The confidence is going to be huge for us this year because we're going to be a little bit younger than normal. So once we get in there, and if we can build that confidence early, we could be a dangerous team.
I mean, we are certainly looking forward to seeing that. Like I said, not too much time away from you guys getting started. So we'll definitely be keeping tabs on you guys as the season progresses and we get to see a great group of girls and the Lady Hornets come out. But Coach Taylor, I appreciate you stopping by and chatting with us today. We'll let you get back to the gruel and the grind of the offseason and getting ready for week 1 to kick off. So I appreciate you stopping by and chatting with us today.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We'll be right back with some more Sports Drive after a quick break.